everyone. I'm going to show you an Accommodate student portal walkthrough. So Accommodate is our new case management system for disability support services, and all 7 campuses across Dallas College are utilizing Accommodate. So part of Accommodate is a student portal for students to log in, for them to be able to view their accommodations, request new accommodations for the semester, create appointments, things of that sort. So I'm going to show you what it's like to log in and all the features that you can use in the portal. So when I send this email out with the video attached, I will include the link that you guys will click on to access the student portal. What I would suggest doing is saving this link as a favorite or as a bookmark to your internet browser. That way you have it there whenever you need to use it versus having to constantly look back at your email and find the link. Now, there's no app for Accommodate, but you can utilize it on an internet browser, and it's the same on your phone. You would just open up your browser on your phone, and you can access Accommodate that way if you would prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the student portal, and it will bring you to this login page. Now, this first one is a test student email that we've created, so I'm going to take you through a test portal or a test student on the portal. But what you guys will do as a student, it's a single sign-on. It's the same login and password as eConnect or eCampus. So you'll use that same login information on your Accommodate portal. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the student email. And then you'll type in your password. Mine is already pulled up because I've logged in before, so I'm going to go ahead and hit sign in. And here's what your Accommodate student portal looks like. On the home page, there's a news feed. If anyone from any of the disability offices were to post an announcement to all students in Accommodate, it would show up here on your home page. So next we have accommodation, and I'm going to go ahead and click on accessibility request. And here's what it will look like. Your accessibility request is going to have your name, your diagnosis, and just where you put how it affects you academically. Okay. Now, if you are a brand new student to disability services and you haven't had your accommodations approved yet, this is what your page is going to look like. You're going to see this information. I'll walk through these next tabs here in a minute, but this is all you're going to see. If you are a current student with disability services and you've already had your accommodations approved, you're going to see an extra tab right here in between supplemental and letters. It will say semester request. And when you click on semester request, that's how you're going to request your accommodations each semester. And if you're a new student, once you become approved and we upload your accommodations, then you'll start to see that semester request tab, okay? So next we have the supplemental tab. This is where you would add a supplemental request if you're wanting to add an accommodation that you don't already have, okay? And this could be for various reasons. It's not always very common to do that, but if something changes throughout the semester or something changes with your disability and you need to add a supplemental accommodation request, you could do so here by clicking Add New. And it will walk you through here to put what your disability is, how it affects you, and what accommodation you are requesting, as well as the semester, okay? So I'll go ahead and click Cancel there. The next tab is Letters. This is where you can find a copy of all the accommodation letters we've sent you. So with Accommodate, we'll be able to email all of your accommodation letters here on out, especially with us being online currently. That's the most efficient way to do it. And so rather than having to contact your counselor or advisor in the disability office to get a copy of your letters, you can go here and it's going to show you all the letters that have ever been sent for you. Next is equipment. If you've ever checked out, for example, let's say a tape recorder to record your lectures, this is where you would see what you've checked out and when it should be returned. And it just helps us keep track of which of our equipment is checked out and who it's checked out to. The last tab under accommodations is called documents. And so any approved documents you have, whether it, for example, it could be the disability or medical documentation that you've uploaded, that's going to be under documents. Now I'm going to skip down here to this other tab called documents. And it will say approved documents. This is where you can upload new documents. So if you've applied for disability services or if your disability documentation is outdated and our office requests updated or new documentation from, let's say, your primary doctor, once you get that from your doctor, you can upload it here and we will be able to see it, and you'll also be able to see it. So it's a lot more secure in this system than having to email us or having to come to our office to give it to us. It'll be right here in the portal. And any documents that we've approved in our office for your file will also be listed here as well. Now we're going to go back up one tab. It's called Appointment. And this is where you can request an appointment with somebody in the disability office. So right here are your requested appointments, and these are your approved appointments. So how it works is you request an appointment time with the person you're wanting to see, and they will either approve or deny that. So as long as you pick the time within their availability, then your appointment would be approved. Okay, and I'm going to show you right here, if we hit Request New Appointment, you can choose the type of appointment here, and you can search a date range, a time range, choose your location, and then you'll click who you're wanting to have an appointment with. So let's just click on this counselor right here. When you click their name, it will tell you what their availability is. So let's say you want to meet with them on Friday the 24th at 10 a.m. You would click that time, and it's going to tell you all the details. You can again click what type of appointment it is. And you can add your notes. If there's anything specific that you're wanting to talk about, you can add in a note to give them a heads up of like what the purpose of the meeting is. Okay, and then you can hit Submit Request. I'll go ahead and click Cancel, but what will happen is when you submit this, the person you're requesting to meet will get a notification and they'll approve and deny it. And then if we go back to the main appointment page, you'll see it over here under Approved Appointments if they've approved that. Okay. Next is our Resources tab. We don't have any resources uploaded yet, but if any of our offices ever want to upload a resource that we feel would be helpful to students, we will upload it here, and you can always view that in the resource library. The next tab is Surveys. We don't currently have any surveys right there, but if we ever had a survey for students to take, we would let you guys know. Next is Calendar. So you can view by day, week, month, or year. And you can add personal events on the calendar. This is just for you to stay organized, and here on the right side, you can pick what day you would like to look at. The last tab over here is your Profile tab, and it goes through personal, academic, and privacy. So the Personal tab shows your student ID number, your name, your email, and your address, as well as your date of birth. On the academic profile, there's nothing listed here since this is just a test student, but normally it would show things such as your GPA or your plan of study. The Privacy tab just goes over what you want your privacy status to be. So right here where it says receive email notifications, I think we have it automatically set to yes for all students. I wouldn't recommend changing this because if you hit no, and we send out important emails from Accommodate, you're not going to get those. So I would recommend keeping that as a yes. Then you have options to synchronize your events on here to your personal calendar, so you can choose that if you wish to do so. And the bottom is to enable text message alerts, yes or no. And if you change anything, just hit Save Changes and those will take effect. And that is pretty much what your Accommodate Student Portal looks like. If you have any questions or are confused about anything on the portal, please contact whoever you normally would contact at your campus disability office, and they can assist you from there.